Kendall will help you. And then Dale Jones. Dale Jones. That's you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 21-37113, what we have here is a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. So you have been on probation for several years.
Yes,
It
sir.
looks like July 28th, 2022. And you are on probation for 5 years on the state felony of abandoning or endangering a child, which this would be getting toward the end, except this shows, according to this motion, and the reason that a motion to revoke your probation was filed, it is alleged that you failed to report to the probation office on or about September 22nd, 2025 and October 9th of 2025. I guess you were supposed to report bi-weekly or every 2 weeks.
Monthly.
Bi-monthly, every 2 weeks. And then you failed to do that. What happened on this? Was he an absconder?
No, Judge, he wasn't an absconder.
Absconder means you quit reporting and then we had to go find you somewhere. That happens from time to time. It's never a good thing, because if you can't do anything else, and there are, on a probation order, there are about 34 conditions, although most of those are the conditions that all of us in this room have to follow. Number one, commit no offense. And we all have to follow that one. Don't associate with disreputable people. That's always good for everybody. Don't use or possess drugs. See, most of these are things that I have to follow. So this isn't something special. The thing that's special is you report to a guidance counselor, as it were, our probation office, which has a 13 out of 14 success rate, 93%. And if you don't report, you're not on probation. You're on your own probation, which is what gets you in trouble. How long was he not reporting? Do we know?
Judge, from my understanding, he was on courtesy supervision, being seen in person in Harris County, and he was supposed to be reporting monthly with our probation officer here. He had actually been doing good for a very long time.
It says every 2 weeks. He didn't report September 22nd and then October 9th.
It's
which is
different
2
months.
weeks,
He's
20.
once a month.
It's a month.
It's a once a month.
It's not like the third week or fourth week. That was a 2 month, that was a 2 week deal. But is it something that the probation officer works with them on?
Yeah, so this is from when he was scheduled to report here to Jefferson County for an administrative hearing with the supervisor. We scheduled him twice and he didn't show up. So that's what prompted the MTRP, because his failure to appear.
Okay, and the MTRP gets filed July 28th. No, I'm sorry. It's filed on December 12th. So that's about 2 months after that October 9th point. So what happened since October 9th with him?
Well, since October 9th, Judge, I
Did
received.
he come back to the herd?
He's starting to come back around. He's starting to come back around now. And what we're asking is just for his probation to be continued and just use this as a.
When did we start back up on the track? When did he get back in line? What day?
When he was arrested for the MTRP in March.
Good Lord. That's a half a year. Well, that's, I don't find that appealing, but what's good for Dale is what's good for everybody. I mean, everybody's going to say, I'll take my 6 month period of I'm gonna take off for 6 months. And I want the Dale Jones rule. I want to get back when you when you catch me, then we'll just pick up where we left off. What's good for one's good for everybody. The fairness is what we're talking about up here, and that doesn't seem fair. That opens up a can of worms for everybody.
So he's been reporting consistently in Harris County, but he wasn't reporting by mail to Jefferson County as requested or as outlined in his conditions of probation.
Why not?
Because I was in a predicament. I'm kind of homeless right now, so I didn't have no kind of phone to report online. I ain't have no way down here. So, in Houston, I could just, catch the bus to go to my probation officer down there. So it was easy. So, but down here, I ain't have no ad or no phone to report.
Well, we call that report by mail though, don't we? I mean, you could do that by mail, right?
So he can report by mail.
How about that one? You forgot about that option?
Yes, sir. But
Don't blame your stamps. Oh, they're high.
I was gonna be.
Well, you gotta communicate,
Yes,
or
sir.
you're not on probation.
Yes, sir.
Well, okay, you're looking at 2 years. First of all, you're looking at a conviction. This can be revoked, you can be revoked, found guilty, and then sentenced to 2 years. How much time does he have credit? How much time do you have credit? How much time have you spent in custody in this case, in the history of the case? About a long time, a short time?
I'm not quite sure how long he was in jail. This last time, when we issued the MTRP warrant and set it at a no bond. However, the county that he was arrested in set bond and he bonded
Of
out.
course.
So I don't know how long he was in jail.
County was that? Of course.
But in Jefferson.
That's why I enjoy being here in Jefferson County and the way things are done. Because we order a no bond and then they quite naturally defy the order.
But in Jefferson County, Judge, he has 15 days credit.
That's not much time toward 2 years. Okay, all right. That's your plan?
So
Okay, if we put you back into the game, you're gonna play errorless ball?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can't just wander off from the flock.
So-
The wolf will get you. What I'm gonna find is this, that, are you pleading true here to allegation one voluntarily and because it is true? That is, you failed to report on those two occasions, September and October of 2025, which violated condition 4 of your deferred or unadjudicated probation order. Is all of that true?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading true to that voluntarily and because it is true?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a voluntarily and knowingly made plea of true to one or more violations of probation, that is enough to grant a motion to revoke probation. Your probation could be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced up to 2 years in the state jail. Understand all of that?
yes, sir.
Knowing all of that, do you insist on pleading true today to that violation?
Yes,
It's a
sir.
leap of faith. Yes,
Yes.
I find you are pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true. I could revoke your probation, find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years. We're gonna give you another try at this. Do your best. I'm gonna hold this open. We'll review it, but if you can't do anything else, report regularly. That's so important. And I know I'm looking at your material here. You're more than capable of getting through the finish line and doing great. Just do it. Okay? Yes. Okay. You stumbled, pick yourself up, get back in the game and win this marathon. Okay? You can do it. I want to review it in about 6 months, see what we're doing, but he's your guidance. He's going to get you out of the woods here.
Yes, sir.
And follow that. You don't want to mess up on this deferred probation. You don't want a conviction. You know how long a conviction lasts? How long?
I don't know.
The rest of your